So we're going to use a Venn diagram to try and sort out this information here. So we have a survey of professional athletes. There's 239 of them. And we have 118 of them owned a convertible. So that's probably one of our sets. 104 of them owned a giant screen TV, another set. 94 owned a sporting goods store, another set. Then they give information about combinations. 22 owned a convertible and a store. 28 owned a store and a TV. 58 owned a convertible and a TV. 5 owned all three. So how do we use that information to make a Venn diagram? So we got our universal set, which is all of our football players, or sorry, I don't know why I assumed football players, all our professional athletes, and then some circles for, I'll do C for convertible, TV for TV, and S for store. Now, the problem here is it says 118 of them owned a convertible. So those 118 live somewhere in this circle, but I don't know where because there are 4 different places those 118 athletes live. Don't have enough information to deal with the 118 yet. So I'm gonna have to back off from that one. Same problem is going to be with the 104 that own the giant screen TV. Some live here, some live there, some live there. 94 of the sporting goods store. Again, I don't know where they are in these 4 places. 22 owned a convertible and a store. Okay, convertible and a store. That would be the intersection of convertible and a store. So that's this whole region right here. Still got a problem because I don't know how many live here and how many live there. Okay, if it said 22 owned only a convertible in a store, the only would mean they don't own a TV and they would have to be there, but it doesn't say only. So that is a tricky spot. Okay, what can I do? Well, the 5 that owned all 3, that's pretty clear. That is this section right here in the middle. And from there, I can start doing the rest. So now I know 5 go right there, owning all 3. And I can go back to that 22 who owned a convertible. I've accounted for 5 of them of that 22. So that means the other 17 must be here. 17 and 5 give me the whole group of 22 who owned a convertible and a store. So in this case, it didn't say only, restricting to a single region that doesn't overlap another region. I have a lot of overlap to undo here. Okay, 28 owned a TV and a store. Okay, TV and store is this section. 28 are in this whole region. I've accounted for 5 of them, so 23 must be there. 23 and 5 is 28 for the TV and the store. And then 58 owned a convertible and a TV. So convertible TV, that's this crescent up here. I've accounted for 5 of them, so that means 53 should live there. 53 and 5 gives me the 58 who owned a convertible and a TV. So since it doesn't say only, I don't know if some of those 58 own a store or not until I use that information. Now I can go back and deal with, say, this 118 right here. So in this whole circle, I use a different color on that, for the convertible, I know there has to be 118 in that whole circle right there. I've accounted for 53, 5, and 17, so I just need to add that up, take it away from 118. So 53, so this is my convertible section. 17 and 5 gives me what? 3 and 7 is a 10 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, there's 75 there. So 118, take away 75. Let's see, 8 minus 5 is 3. 11 minus 7 is 4. Okay, so there must be 43 here. So I get the right total of 118. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the TV. I'm going to do the same thing with the sporting goods store. And then I have to see if there's any out here. So let's keep going. So let's take a look at TV. For the TV, I've accounted for 53, 5, and 23. So 3 and 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, 6, 7, 8, 81. And the TV is 104. So 104 minus 81 is 23. Okay, so I have 23. Oops, that's not a 3. 23 that own a TV, but not a convertible nor a store. All right, store, that should be 94. And I've accounted for 17, 23, and 5. So that gives me 15, 45 out of 94. Subtracting 4 minus 5, we'll have to make that 14 minus 5 is 9, and 9 minus 5 is 4. So that'd be 49 over there. All right, so now I can figure out how many owned a convertible or a store, or a TV or a store by adding all those numbers up. So I'm just going to take the biggest one here, the 118. So what I'm doing is I'm finding the number of people who owned a convertible or a TV or a store, right? That union symbol. So that would be the 118 that owned a convertible plus 23 plus 23 plus 49, the ones outside. So we get 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 and 3 is 4, and 9 is 13. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 213 are accounted for in the union of all three sets. There should be 239. So the difference, 6, 2. There's 26 of those athletes surveyed that didn't own a convertible, didn't own a TV, and didn't own a store. And once I have that, I can answer any of those other questions that I had about these sets.